Well, hey, bitch. Listen, let's talk about Real Housewives Salt Lake City from last week. We got to get into it like real quick, like, okay? Make sure you're liking up the video, supporting the channel by subscribing to the channel as well. And let's just hop right on into it. So y'all know that Angie had her anniversary party or whatever, right? So at some point, Whitney pulls Lisa to the side for them to have this conversation about what she discovered about Lisa supposedly defaming her business, right? So as they're having the conversation, Lisa gets really upset. She gets on the phone. She calls different people and stuff. Then she goes over and says something to Whitney's husband, referring to her as a liar. Her husband is like, don't call my wife no liar, okay? You came over there real aggressive, so he got a slight bit aggressive with her, okay? He walked towards her. Lisa's husband stopped him in his tracks, like, back up off my wife. I feel like Lisa's husband did what he needed to do in that moment, like, chill out. Granted, I do feel like Lisa was wrong for going up and trying to include that man in her BS that she has with Whitney, but at the same time, I do feel like John did what he was supposed to do, just a bit. All right. I will say that Lisa, you was wrong as hell for going over saying something to that man, which therefore caused your husband. And really, Whitney, like, you got the husbands involved, just like Whitney said, and you was out of fucking line. But let me tell y'all something, and I put this in my notes later on, but I'm gonna say it right now, because this is how I really feel. I feel like, although I do blame this on Whitney, because I feel like Whitney shouldn't have even had this conversation here. The fact that the fact that Lisa did the absolute most, started yelling and all of that, then decided to take the conversation from where they were, the setting they were in, go over and say something to her husband, continuing to yell, it really gave to me that you were trying to slick ruin Angie's party. Just a bit. You still are in your feelings about Angie. This is supposed to be a joyous occasion about Miss Angie and all of that. And I feel like, as much as you were upset with Whitney, I get it, but for you to leave that moment and go do all this extra shit, I feel like you were trying to yeah, make sure that when people reflect back on having a good time at Angie's party, they talk about the ghetto that was going on in the party, okay? And so that's what I feel was going on, and Lisa was hyping it up. But anywho, so Lisa and Whitney going back and forth, right? Meredith comes over and decides that she wants to jump into the conversation, and Whitney says something about giving her a chance, and then Meredith was like, well, if you're going to give her a chance, then just do that. Don't say that you want to do it, just do it. And I said, oh, excuse me, can you scoot the fuck back just a little bit? Don't put your hands on me, back up off me just a little bit. Because weren't you the same one saying that you wanted to have nothing to do with this? You didn't want to be involved or anything. So continue to be that person. Don't run up now trying to be a part of the conversation and talking about how give her a chance and all. No, you didn't want to have nothing to do with it, right? So don't have nothing to do with it. Back up. All right. Anywho. Then also I wanted to say, I think she brought up the fact that, Whitney accused, I don't know if she said it, but at some point something was said about Whitney accusing Lisa. And I'm like, Whitney didn't even really get the chance to accuse Lisa. All she did was really tell her what she learned. Okay. And she was asking her about it. But Lisa flew the fuck off the handle right out the gate. Okay. But I guess it doesn't matter because Whitney, you did go on to continue to say that Lisa did this. Okay. My thing is this, girl. I really don't give a damn if Lisa did it or not. Okay. Honestly, like, can we let this go? It gives that both of y'all be doing this tit for tat type shit. All right. And maybe she felt like the tit was you going over there to their podcast saying what you're saying. So people are saying that Lisa did not have anything to do with what happened with the tea coming out about Whitney's business. But even if she did, it's kind of giving a little bit of tat for me. You did your tit. I'm going to do my tat. Can we move forward, please? Y'all ain't got to be cool. Nobody's asking y'all to be cool. But I don't want to keep having this conversation. Okay. I don't want to keep talking about it. All right. Anywho. Mary decides, or at least Angie gets everybody together, lets them know that Mary finna pray, girl. Mary told Lisa to go hold Whitney's hand. Baby, I was hollering because I said, now why would you do that in this moment? I mean, it ended up working, but they both were acting like children, and they went over there and, well, at least Lisa went over there to Whitney and definitely hugged her hand, okay? She didn't want to, but she did. And then Lisa says, don't call me a liar. And then, no, Whitney says, don't call me a liar. And then Lisa says, yeah, well, then don't lie on me and they won't call you a liar. Hilarious, acting just like children. It was crazy. Justin, okay? Justin asked Lisa about why she called Whitney a liar. He asked her real calmly. He just leaned over like, why would you call her a liar though? And I feel like in that moment he was about to explain to her what he learned in the car and how we got to this place. But before he could do anything else, the husband, John, just jumped right on in there and pushed him. You was wrong for that. I'm sorry. And I have to go back and I have to blame Lisa for that, because you did kind of get your man hyped up. Therefore, having that man to respond to you, okay? And then y'all are having a conversation. And even in that moment when she's having that conversation with Justin and wanting to actually have that conversation more calmly with Justin, her husband coming over, pushing him, even Lisa told him to stop. Okay? Because it sounded like Lisa's voice to me. It sounded like I heard her say, John, stop. Or at least calling his name for him to stop, okay? So Justin was like, if y'all don't get him, I'm going to pound the fuck his ass. Like, y'all better get your boy, because I'm finna wear his ass out in just a minute. Justin is funny. I can't say I dislike Justin. I mean, the husbands are cool, okay? The husbands are cool. Justin, you on my good side right now because you was messy as hell for having Jerry Osmond pull up. Messy, okay? The kind of mess that we like to see. Just a little piece, okay? And you saying you was gonna pound that man. Now, anywho, Lisa and her husband. So, of course, the next day they're reflecting on the night before, and John wants to talk with Justin so they can move forward, because he like, I like the guy. I ain't got no issues with him. We ain't got no beef. We good. We see each other, so we're gonna have to have this conversation. All right. Lisa feels like Whitney is out there defaming her character. Okay. And Lisa thinks that Whitney is actually using this opportunity to try to promote her jewelry line in high key to get people to feel sorry for her and actually buy her product. Now, I don't know. I don't know. She could be doing that, child. I don't know, girl. I don't know, but I do feel like it ain't that deep now that I feel like it was that deep in the beginning when everybody would make a big deal out of it and then share it with Whitney, but then tell her that it's not that big of a deal and she's making it bigger. And it's like, well, how y'all even received the news? Y'all was like, oh, like it was that big of a deal. So much to go and tell her. So once she starts reacting, don't tell her information that you even reacted to, and then expect her to not fucking react. I feel like she should react if she feel away and you trying to threaten her business or whatever. But at the same time, I don't want to continue to see this be a conversation in episodes to come. It's kind of like, okay, girl, let it go. Like, you ain't the first and the last person to buy some shit from Alibaba and sell it. Okay, Walmart is a $1 billion fucking company, and they do that shit all the time. So anybody trying to throw flack or slack or say anything about Whitney and her jewelry line because that's what she's doing, who gives a shit? She can do what the fuck she if that's what she want to do. And y'all go out and pay twice the amount for a regular ass 99-cent ass, okay, at fucking Walmart, at probably Dollar General, okay. It really ain't too much different. It's just that it's jewelry. Okay. Now I don't know if Whitney was trying to say that this was her handcrafted. She made this type, whatever. I don't know if that's what she was doing. But if she's just selling jewelry and it's her business, and then they're exposing Alibaba, and to me, it ain't no different. Like, some of these people getting their same shit from over there at Alibaba. Okay, and there are other websites that may not be exactly Alibaba, but there are other websites where people are going to buy their fucking designer shit, and it's looking better, high key, I hate to say it, than some of the designer shit that's on the shelves. All right, these damn celebrities been gooping people for years with their fake ass designer, and people going out spending the real thing. Like, girl, it's just not that deep to me. I just don't give a damn. I just feel like they've been doing this for years. Every time we pick up something, it's like made in Indonesia, made in China, made in it. Girl, when it's made over there, it's made at a lower price. Okay, and then they come to America and they overcharge us for the fuck shit. Like, it is what it is. Like, let it go, honey. Let's move on. Do what you want to do. Anywho, Whitney and Justin talking. Baby, Justin had me hollering the way he was over there pouring out the Barlow's alcohol that they gifted him. That man said, absolutely the fuck not. Okay, we no longer support this shit. And she said, so you don't want to just gift it to somebody? At least Whitney wanted to give it away to somebody or even give it back to the Barlows. He said, yeah, I do. I want to give it to this drain. Girl, Justin has been on his job for the past 2 episodes. Justin has been working. Okay. So Justin was shocked by the fact that, him and John even had an issue at that moment, and that John came at him like that because they've never had that type of interaction. And I would be shocked too, and and likely in my feelings. Number one, because your wife caused this. And number two, like, you always have been like a mild-tempered, cool person. Like, we always been good. So for you to come at me like that, I get it the first time I did step towards your wife. I understand if you may have felt the way. Cool, check me. But for you to come and push me out of nowhere, you was wrong as fuck for that. You was absolutely wrong for that, sir. So it is what it is, but I'm with Justin on that. Let's get to Britney and Heather. So Britney goes to see Heather at the beauty lab, and Brit came to talk about Jerry, but I was hollering because Heather really wanted to talk about their fight. Okay, so she was like, "Oh my God, did you see that? Like, I didn't know." And she was like, "Oh, I thought she was talking about when Jerry came." She was like, "Girl, I'm talking about no damn Jerry." Okay, girl, I'm over here talking about this fight, but I see you want to talk about Jerry. So, I mean, did you know he was coming? No, I didn't. I didn't know that he was coming. And see, that's the thing. I'm so confused because, sometimes he's so good to me. And then on the other hand, he's just so not good. And I just don't know what to do. And Heather was like, "Girl, I thought you was going to be sitting up here focusing on your kids and being single. I thought that was the priority." I mean, and that still can happen. Like, that's still a part of it. Like, that's something I'm still working on. Repairing my relationship with my daughters. Like, absolutely. That's still on the table. Is it on the table? Is it in the room with us? Because it seems like the only person in the room is fucking Jerry. And you trying to figure out how you finna have Jerry come sit down at the table. That's what it seems like to me. But anywho, I'm learning that Britney does not like to listen. She just don't like to listen. She's a glutton for punishment in my personal, okay? Heather tells her that she don't want her looking crazy or anything like that. She asks Heather, "Have you ever been in love before? Have you ever been in my shoes? Do you even know what that feels like?" Heather said, "Yes, B.I.T. I do. I motherfucking do." Okay, she's like, "And then what happened?" She was like, "Girl, that shit fucked up my entire life. I don't know what you're talking about." Okay, so I see what's going on with you based on my own experiences. I see that shit a mile away. I'm trying to help you out, Chief. Okay, but you don't want to listen to nobody, and that's why you keep getting what you get because you don't like to listen, bitch, and that's your problem. Okay, and it's only gonna be too much more times that I'm gonna listen to this shit because I already told you to keep me out the group chat. Did I tell you that? And you just want to keep putting me in it, no matter how much I'm trying to move away from it. You're frustrating me, especially as a mother of daughters. Okay, and I'll do anything for my daughters. And you even left a man, okay? Even left a man for his shit. All right? For myself and my daughters, bitch, I'm a girl. Don't make me cuss you out in here. For real. Okay, so you could tell Britney is getting on Heather's nerve for real. Britney speaks on being alone. She really don't want to be alone. She's searching for the love that she never got. And I'm like, Britney, at some point in the episode, first of all, my question is, where did you not get the love from? What do you mean? Did you not get it from like growing up? Did you not get it from other men? Like, what are you talking about? Because I'm over here thinking to myself, like, when I hear her say this, I'm searching for the love I never got. It makes me feel like oftentimes when I hear that, it's like you are searching for something that you lacked as a child. That's what I hear. And I could be so wrong, but that's just what I hear when she says that I'm searching for the love I never got. And granted, it could be a love of I've never received genuine love from a partner. And you're not receiving it now, stupid. You're not receiving it now. But aside from that, I hear the child portion, like, were your parents not actively there? Like, what really happened during your childhood and how you came up for you to have such a terrible relationship with your kids and all kinds of stuff? I'm just wondering. Okay. Talk about some of her parents had met each other for 6 days after met each other, and 6 days later they got engaged. 3 months later they got married, and then they were together for 53 years. I'm like, girl, what kind of family you got going on? Okay. So I don't know because Bronwyn husband did say Utah, what he said, polygamy is rampant in Utah. So I don't know, but what y'all Mormons, I ain't trying to be disrespectful in there, but girl, I don't know what y'all got going on. You sure that's the marriage that your mama had wanted for real? After 6 days? And knowing somebody after 6 days, maybe a month, I guess. I don't know. 6 days, got engaged. They ain't get married right away. They got married 3 months later, but... And then was together. Man, anything can happen, girl. Whatever. They was together for 53 years. So I don't know. Like, what was you lacking? Okay. But anywho, let's keep going. Let's get to Bronwyn and her husband while we speaking on them. So the fact that she shows up to the airport in different costumes is fucking hilarious to me. I know it may be annoying to him, but I love it. Just a little bit. Like I said, listen, I don't care how people don't like Bronwyn. I have grown to like Bronwyn from the first episode, first second. I wasn't too sure about her. But I like her. I like the quirkiness so far. I like her until I don't. And I'm here for the stupidness. I'm here for it, okay? I'm here for her silly antics and shit, okay? So she tells her husband about Britney and the man and stuff. He was like, oh, so that's the dude that she's dating, the one guy, then he popped up to the girl, just messy, okay? This how I be good. Just messy when you talk to me and whatever. Anywho. So, yeah, so learn about that. And she talks about the anniversary trip that she and her husband are going to do. And she wants to bring the ladies and their husbands as well. But she decided she's not going to really bring Britney because Britney got a lot going on. She don't want her to be a damper on this trip. She ain't really vibing with her. And for me, I feel like that's a great decision. I do feel like Britney can be left behind for this episode. It's okay. She's also on the fence about Heather because Heather can be a bit shady. And Heather ain't got no man either. Okay, she wants to invite her primarily because she's an OG of the show. But honestly, she don't want to be around that lady, and I don't fucking blame her. Okay. So there's that. What else? Of course, she talks about her daughter and her daughter having the conversation with the grandparents wanting to meet the daughter, her still having a bit of resentment towards them, still having some anger towards them, and how they kind of robbed her of an opportunity a bit, to get to know her dad, get to know them and stuff like that based on how they shown up. And it really sucks, right? She's really angry about it. And her husband feels like you should be angry. You should still be mad. Like you're entitled to feel however you want to feel about that situation. Because honestly, they never tried to rectify the situation from my understanding with Bronwyn. It never was much of an apology towards her for how they acted and how they treated her during her time of need. You know what I'm saying? Pregnant with their blood. Okay, so I think she has every right to feel away, and I feel like when you come to meet the daughter, in my personal opinion, granted y'all don't owe her nothing, but I feel like they do. I feel like they do. As you approach this young lady to get to know her, I think that you should stop by her mom, and you should apologize for your fuck ass actions. In my personal, apologize for your actions, and then move forward with getting to know that young lady. Okay. And that's if that's something that she wants. And so you could tell her husband is over it because he's not really supporting these grandparents. He don't fuck with them people. He think they shiesty, whatever it is, he ain't with it. That man said, listen, we already had this conversation. You know how I feel. I'm done with it. I don't even want to talk about it no more because it's going to piss me the fuck off. Okay. So let's move on from that conversation. So you could tell he may not have been there from the beginning, but I think he was there for at least half of her life and he ain't rocking with him at all, child. So there's that. I wonder if we are going to see her meet with her grandparents before the season is over. So we'll see. Let's get to Lisa and her sister. Of course, she talks about her and her husband being codependent and stuff. I thought it was cute when she says, oh, we drop Max. Is his name Max? I'm not sure. We drop our son off. And then after that, we go and do this. And then we'll go and we'll get, go to the office and this and that. And I kind of like that because I think about times if, when we may drop our son off and then we'll go. We always like go and do something or whatever like that. So I was like, oh, that's cute. Okay, that's what's up. Anywho, neither here nor there. So what hurt my feelings though was when she talked about her youngest son. Him not having his older brother there has really affected him. Okay, it's really affected him because you could tell the young boy never really had friends to begin with, and he would primarily hang with his older brother's friends. And now that they've all kind of like grown up, doing their own thing, expanded out, he doesn't really have that. So when he threw a party, he kind of threw it at the last minute and somebody else threw a party as well. And those kids ended up going to the first party that they had invitations for and they didn't show up for his. And it made her cry. It made her feel bad. And I felt so bad too. I felt so bad for that baby. Just so bad. Like, That's always the risk that you take though. And it don't even have to be somebody else's birthday, right? That's just always the risk that you take, sending out invitations and people not showing up. And I think about that with my son who's born around Christmas time. I'm like, oh, dang, what are we going to do for like his birthdays or celebrations or anything? Should we do something on the very last day of school before they go out and they, you know what I'm saying, leave? Should we celebrate his birthday earlier in the month or something? just wondering, like I don't know what that is, but I'm sure as we grow and as he grows, we'll figure out what that looks like and what that is. Um, so yeah, because people be traveling, they be going out of town around that time. It's a lot going on. People already buying gifts and stuff for family members. They probably like, girl, I ain't got no time to be buying a little gift for your child. Girl, I understand, girl, whatever. But yeah, so we'll figure that out when it comes. But as long as hello, as long as mama is here, as long as mama is here and daddy, baby is not lacking, period. But anywho, I do hate that for her son. I was like, damn. Oh, that just, but maybe you could do like a redo for his birthday. Maybe do like another redo. It would be so nice if she threw him like a surprise something like, hey, can you give this to the kid? Like maybe talk to the teachers, send out some invitations to the parents, try to keep it quiet. I don't know, maybe do like a little celebration or something for him to uplift his spirits around a time where hopefully more people would be available to come. And yeah, I don't know. Hopefully she can figure out something special to do for him. I felt so bad. Like, oh my God. Oh, I felt that heartbreak, that breakdown, because you don't want your kids feeling that type of way as if, they're an afterthought or as if nobody cares or they're not important. Definitely felt her on that. Let's get to Angie, Whitney, and Bronwyn. So of course they're going for a walk and stuff. And Bronwyn was over there talking about her nose job. Something she had two of them. She was trying to get a third because third time's the charm. So she was hoping somebody was gonna hit her in her face. Girl, I'm hollering. Oh, anyway, so Whitney's pissed the hell off, and she feels like Lisa and her husband owes her husband Justin an apology. I can't say they don't. I do agree. I feel like they do owe an apology to Justin. Bronwyn said, "Do you think that they feel that way?" And she said, "Well, they must do because Justin sent a text to my husband, and when Justin sent, I'm sorry, not Justin, but John sent a text to Justin. When Justin was receiving that text, I was looking at Whitney's face, and she looked so nervous." I'm like, why are you looking so nervous like that? You must seen a different side of John, even though you said that you ain't seen a different side of John. Like she looks so nervous. But anywho, Angie is like, how you know Lisa did this? She said, because I did some, digging and all roads lead back to Lisa. That's how we narrowed it down. All right. And Angie says, well, I don't really want to believe that. But, I will say when she gets angry, this is how she gets revenge. And I say, ooh, Angie, nasty work, bitch. Nasty work, ma'am. Is it really? You don't want to believe it. But you're also validating and saying that when she gets angry, she seeks revenge. So you should believe it. You should want to believe it because what you're saying is that she has exhibited this behavior before and it's up her alley. So why would you say you won't want to believe it? I don't know, Angie Bangy girl. Anywho, so Bronwyn says, girl, I hear you, BIT, and me and Lisa may have had our time. Yeah, we may have, but listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I have not seen that from her, but I'm not going to discredit what you're saying because what you could be saying is true. I'm just letting you know that I have not seen that, okay? So, what else is going on? Whitney says that she going to switch up on you too. You just give her some time. And Bronwyn was like, well, girl, why the hell would she do that? She said, because you got everything that she would want. And that's the hell why she going to switch up on you, bitch. Just give her a little bit of time. Now, based on the previews, bitch, Whitney's not lying. She is going to switch up on her just a piece because Bronwyn finna have to go off on Miss Lisa. But I don't think it would be because Lisa is jealous of Bronwyn. I don't think that is that. Okay? But let's keep going. Bronwyn does invite the ladies on a trip. She lets them know they can't bring their husbands, but Britney is not coming and she's on the fence about Heather, but she's going to invite Heather over to the house so that they can have a talk and see where they can go from there. Okay. Yeah, Angie says she gets it because Heather is losing her friends by only supporting Lisa, okay? Now, Britney decides to have a Mormon night where Angie comes and decides to bring wine. And Lisa's like, now, why the hell would you sit up here and bring wine to a Mormon night when you know Mormons don't drink wine? And Angie is like, well, BLT, I know for a fact you drink it because every time we put the camera on your ass, you got a glass in your hand. So don't try it, girl. You better take this wine and go sit down, okay? Anywho. So Britney, of course, talks about, her parents and them being married and, she wants that type of love as well. So she's still on the search for that. Angie, I feel like Lisa, this may sound, I'm not Lisa, but what's her name? Britney. Brittany, I feel like you are going to get that love that you were seeking the moment you heal your relationships with your daughters. That's just my personal. That's my personal. I think you working on your relationship with your daughters is going to create a new self worth within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like a new self worth. Like it's going to be something different within you. Healing and working on those relationships with your daughters, and that's going to become the most important thing. And then you're going to start like not playing with yourself or not playing about yourself when it comes to these men, and not letting these men fucking play with you. Okay. So, and standing firm on what your boundaries are, what your desires are, and I feel like that's the way you really get a dude, instead of sitting up here being so desperate, trying to rock to the wave of what the fuck they want. Nah, be honest about what you want, so the ones that can't meet your standards get the fuck up out your face. Okay, and ain't up here wasting your time. Don't be that desperate, bookie butt. But that's when I think it's gonna work for you. You need some extensive therapy, and you also need to work on your relationship with your daughters. When those things start to happen for you, then I think you're gonna start receiving better in your romance relationship. What else happened? So Angie and Heather talk. Heather was invited to Bronwyn's house. She lets them know. Heather is not feeling Bronwyn at all, and she feels like Bronwyn was being a bit shady and slimy when she pretty much called her out, and she told Angie what the hell was going on. And I'm like, Heather, bitch, bye. You've been messy damn near every episode, and Mary has been called you out. She has been, girl, stamped you. She's been stamped you for what you are a long time ago on this season. So you can miss me with all of that. You the one that went and told Lisa an inaccurate story about what Angie said. Angie, I do still fault you, because if you ain't sharing nothing with her, then it would be nothing for her to go back and mistake or hype up or do anything when it comes to Lisa. Heather cannot be trusted. Okay. It's giving very messy, but you have the audacity to call somebody else like messy or say they slimy. And girl, nah, I can't wait to see Mary get back in your ass. Okay. So Heather says Bronwyn doesn't know how Lisa reacted because she wasn't there. And I'm like, but if Lisa told Bronwyn, then she knows. Okay. Anywho, Angie calls her out for only supporting Lisa and not her. And I'm enjoying seeing Heather being called out every which way. Heather is in a place where she wants to prove her loyalty to Lisa, and she agrees to that and says, yeah, that I do. Yikes. Yikes, girl. I do feel like that's going to backfire. We're going to give you some time. Heather listened and still didn't listen to anything that Angie said. Angie was pretty much calling her out for how she shows up for Lisa, but not her other friends. And then Heather's gonna say, well, don't question my loyalty because of how I'm loyal to Lisa. Don't question my loyalty because of my loyalty for Lisa. But she should question your loyalty if you're not being fair. Lisa is not always right in everything. Not a single person is always right in everything. But you just go up and support everything that she does. And then when it comes to your friends, at times you'll go and relay a story that's not accurate, being messy. Okay. Now with that Bronwyn thing, I don't think that she was being inaccurate. I think that was on Bronwyn. Bronwyn, you was playing in people's face by portraying as though, in my opinion, that least that Whitney may have been doing too much, but when you got in front of Whitney's face, you told her exactly what you said, but the tone was different. You made it seem like it was a laughing matter. When you was with Lisa and them, it was like as if she was doing too damn much. So which one is it? Right? So I will say that. But at least Bronwyn is owning up to anything and apologizing for that, right? Not so much on Miss Heather's end. So John and Justin link up, and John immediately apologizes. Justin accepts it, but he's like, I'm still confused as to, I get the first time you did it, but why the hell did you come and push me the second time? Baby, John was just like, listen, my bad. Oops, sorry. Just kidding. I was just trying to separate y'all. I ain't even mean to, push you like that, fam. I know you can fold my little ass up. I know you can fold me the fuck up. My bad. My bad. I ain't even mean to come at you like that, fam. We good. No, no, no. We good. We good. We good. Okay. John did not want that work. He said, but listen, let's get off me and let's get on Lisa for a little bit. So do you feel like you owe her an apology? Justin, like, apology for what? Gucci who? Cause who the fuck owe her an apology for what? Oh no, I'm gonna have to think about that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that because you know she ran up on me, right? Yep, 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 yep. You know she got me involved with what was going on between her and my wife, right? Oh, okay. Well, let me think about that just a little piece because at this time I don't feel like I owe her a motherfucking thing. Let me tell y'all something. If he chooses to apologize to her, she damn sure owes him an apology for sure. Okay? Damn sure owes him an apology for sure. Let's go. Bronwyn and Heather, they finally have their talk. Heather comes over to the house. She assuming she finna be there to get an apology. Girl, that's comical. Bronwyn gives Heather a tour. Bronwyn, baby. Now, this is where I can't agree either, okay? I don't like the fact that you got all these dogs, and one, they got shit all over the place. That's one. That's a problem for me. Two, bitch, if I wanted to feed your fucking dog, I would feed they. And first of all, why the hell they ain't eat before I got here? Second of all, why these motherfuckers ain't locked up? I don't give a damn if I like dogs or not. That don't mean I want them all over my good clothes and all in my motherfucking plate. This might be my first plate of the damn day, and you over here playing with me. Not only am I smelling the I can't even eat my cause of them. You better get this dog up out my. I'm trying not to kick his legs, okay? Dog all up in Heather's lap trying to get in her plate. You don't get this fucking dog, okay? Period. Girl, I like dogs, just not yours. I like my dogs, okay? Now people like, I like my kids, just not y'all kids. But anyway, girl, come get this animal. And I'm over here like, why the hell you ain't got no dog nanny or something? All that money you got and you got shit throughout the house. What's going on, girl? I don't like that. Pick that shit up. What you doing? Anywho, Bronwyn admits that she was being messy when it came down to the Angie situation. She was like, girl, you was sit over there trying to create a narrative or whatever when it came to Lisa. So, I mean, when it came to Whitney. So I just wanted to get some get back and see how you would feel if the roles was reversed on your ass. So now where we at with it? I got you back, okay? So it was giving tit, it was giving tat, and I got you back, all right? And I apologize because I was a piece of wrong for that. I was a piece of wrong, okay? Heather was like, but that was messy. And I'm like, but you have been messy on every episode. On every episode, you have been messy. The way Heather sat her ass up here and deflected really irritated me, and I don't want to see her on the trip. I don't want to see Bronwyn have a change of heart. I don't want to see her still invite this woman. She does not have a partner right now. She will be feeling awkward. She don't even like you like that. Leave her where she is at her beauty lab so her and Britney can link up and have whatever type of time they're going to have, and maybe even marry. You can leave her back so Mary can go ahead and chew her up again. Period. So Heather, to me, starts being condescending and tells her she's not being genuine. Bronwyn calls her out for not accepting any accountability for any role she's played in them not being on the same page with each other. Like, girl, Bronwyn says that she's having a trip because Heather's like, well, why did you bring me here? She said, okay, girl, I tell you, since you want to know so bad. Let me tell you, honey. Well, I'm having a trip, and I'm inviting some of the ladies. It is giving a couple trip, although I know that you do not have a couple of men. But I was considering inviting you, but I wanted to see where we would be after we had our conversation with each other. I wanted to see how everything was going to pan out. It was going to be good. That's what I had wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? And where I'm at right now, I still don't know. And then Heather's like, oh, wait, so you mean to tell me you brought me over here for me to sing my life away for a trip? Get Heather the hell up out this house. Get Heather the hell up out this house. Girl, I get her up out this house. Talking about something. I thought I came over here to get an apology from you. You ain't gonna apologize? Like, what? I thought, okay. But she technically did apologize for her actions. She did. You didn't. Moral of the story is Heather doesn't want to accept any accountability, nor does she want to move forward. She just wants to have an issue with Bronwyn, honestly. Okay, she wants to beef with the new girl. I feel like she wants to put her through a piece of a hazing ritual, possibly. I don't know, but she wants to beef with the new girl. She wants to make it harder, I feel, for the new girls to come on the show, even though she brought Britney on. Okay, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why Bronwyn got Heather's panties in a bunch. I really don't know. Heather leaves and says she appreciates the invite, but she's exhausted and she's sick to her stomach. Let me tell y'all something. I think Heather was talking about them fucking dogs. I feel like Heather was talking about the shit in the house. I think she was talking about her dogs and all kind of stuff to Bronwyn on her way out. I just think they did a good job of chopping and editing up things, okay? When she said, I can't even eat my coffee cake, I feel like she said, I can't even eat my coffee cake for your damn dogs jumping in my motherfucking lap. Okay? I can't even eat that. How about that? That's what I think she said, but to me, and I just think they knew where to chop it. Okay? So Heather leaves or whatever, and Bronwyn says, girl, you lack self-awareness, and that's something you need to work on. And then Heather said, thanks, I'll work on that. Thank you. Bye. Listen, Heather really hurt Bronwyn's feelings. Bronwyn was definitely holding back tears. Heather was just being a bitch. That's the short answer. She was being a bitch for sure to that woman, and I really hope that if Bronwyn doesn't wear her out, that Mary wears Heather ass out. Because Heather, baby, we have yet to get into what your storyline is this season. And we are, 5, 6 episodes in at this point, girl? Like 7? And I do not know what her story is. Can somebody tell me? Because I do not know what Heather's storyline is. It's giving bone collector. And if she's the bone collector, she damn sure don't need to be in no center holding no snowflake. Period. Okay? But that's all we got for the latest episode of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, child. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below. Let me know how you feeling about the episode and everything. I'm Jami, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jami, that's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. When I catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be